Hello, hello, hello. How are you all doing today? Happy Wednesday, May 12th. I see the microphone meter is working, so I think the sound is good. I'm not live today. I'm recorded. Is it live or is it Memorex? I am Memorex. I have a board meeting tonight. First, I just want to say thank you for being patient with me as I took care of a couple of things. Bursitis, isn't that something that a 90-year-old has or a 100-year-old person has? Not a 61. Oh, I'm 61. So, yeah, I guess I got bursitis and I'm healing, but still a little here and there. And of course, my mom had a surgery that I needed to go home for. She's healing. I'm healing. We're all healing. Okay, but thank you so much for your patience as the schedule kind of was flummoxed there. All right, so we're not going to warm up. So if you need to warm up for a minute, do some flaps, some toes, some heels, press pause, warm up a minute, and come back because I'll still be here. We're going to jump right in, so to speak, and get to it. I really want to get through this last step, which is it's a little perplexing. So I want to kind of jump right in there at the very end, okay? And then tie everything up together. Okay, so boom. You're going to stamp on the right foot, 2 heels, and a stomp. Stamp, heel, heel, stomp. Stamp, heel, heel, stomp. Stamp, heel, heel, stomp. I want to make sure you all can hear me. Stamp, heel, heel, stomp. Stamp, heel, heel, stomp. And then you reverse it. Stamp, heel, heel, stomp. Ready? And. Weight change, no weight. Weight change, no weight. Now, there is a pickup heel before the stamp. So you'll have heel, stamp, heel, heel, stomp, heel, stamp, heel, heel, stomp, heel, stamp, heel, heel, stomp. Just want to make sure we have that basic pattern down because we're going to use it a lot, okay? In this last vamping musical phrase, there's a repeat at the end, and we're going to use this step 6 times, as it turns out, in a couple of different ways, okay? But we need to have this first building block really solid. Heel on the standing leg, change your weight, 2 heels, stomp, reverse. Heel on the standing leg, stamp, 2 heels, stomp. And it's a triplet. Zoo-wat and do-bop, zoo-wat and do-bop, zoo-wat and do-bop. A little slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Zoo-wat and do-bop, zoo-wat and do-bop, zoo-wat and do-bop, zoo-wat and do-bop. Okay. Shake it, get the kinks out, work it, make sure you have that under yourself. Good to double check your work. All right, so that was correct. Heel, stamp, heel, heel, stomp. Heel, stamp, heel, heel, stomp. Now, you only do that twice. The third time, you lunge. You don't do a stomp at the end of the third one. You do a stamp. So you have start, stamp, and stomp. Start, stamp, and stomp. Start, stamp, and stamp. And that last stamp is the first of a Shorty George. So you go right back to the other side. So stamp, stomp, stamp, stomp, stamp, stamp, stamp. Listen to this. 1, 2, 3, 4. A 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, a 1 and a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stamp, stomp, stamp, stomp, stamp, stamp, stamp. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. A stamp, stomp, stamp, stomp, stamp, stamp, stamp. Now, you just did the Shorty George. That's going to be another part of this recurring theme where you twist and turn. Another part of this recurring theme is the gathering. So you just did. Now, whatever foot you land on, you're going to do a heel and a stomp that comes in. There's going to be some variation there, but for now, just you're going to twist and turn and then gather. Do-wop, do-wop. Do-wop, do-wop. So when you put all of that together so far, the stamp, a stomp, the stamp, a stomp, a stamp, 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 heel stomp. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that again, a little slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. You stamp, you stomp, you stamp, you stomp, you stamp, you stamp, stamp, you stomp. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you lunge out to the left. A right, left, a left, right, a right, left, right, and left, left. A 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, you're going to notice something here real quick. When the first time we did the gathering, we went to the right side. The second time we do the gathering, and I'll get you there in a minute, but the second gathering is also to the right. So here's the first one. A 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, a 1 and a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2 and a 3, a 4 and a 1, a 2, Once you've done the lunge at the end of the first set, you immediately start to go into that stomping, stamping, or stamping, stomping step. Did I really say that? The stamping, stomping step? A stamp, stomp, stamp, stomp. And you only do it twice the second time around. Okay? Again, I'm going to check my work. I believe that is correct. Correct. Okay, so this is a little bit of a tongue twister. You've done this phrase, Shorty George and gather. So you did the Shorty George first, and then you gathered. You start the phrase again. And now you gather. and then you shorty George. Okay? Check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if we can get that cooking. Okay. Let me. Well, go ahead and try it with me again. We can break it down, but let's try this again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. You stamp, stomp, you stamp, stomp, you stamp, 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 gather out. So those are the first 2 of the 6, okay? The pattern at this point is going to be the same every time following this. Only the first one is different. So let's make sure we have the first one, which has 3 of these. And the second one, which only has 2 of those, okay? I hope this is making sense. Let's try it again from the top of that phrase. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4. 1 and a 2, a 3, a 4. 1, a 2 and a 3, a 4 and a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. A 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 out, 1 out, turn around, gather out. 1, 2, gather, shorty George. A 2, a 1, 2, again we go. That's how it ended, okay? A couple more times. This, maybe you're going, yeah, I got it. What's the big deal? To me, this is a little bit of a tongue twister, so I want to make sure you have it before we go on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ended on our right leg. Very last time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so there we are on our right leg. Now, remember I said the gathering happens the first 2 times. The gathering happens both times on the right. And we just ended on our right foot. And now this is where the phrase reverses. Roll, stomp, you gather, you shorty George. You're already on your right. Yeah, that was correct. Okay, so we've just finished the second set, which ends on our right leg, and we start that roll. Now we gather, and now we shorty George. And look, we're on the left side now. And so we started here on this at the end of the second set. We were here. At the end of the third set, we're over there. Let's try the third set one more time. You roll it on out, you roll it on out, you gather up, you shorty George. 1, 2, 3, 4. You roll, you gather. You gather, you shorty George. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now, excuse me, check out the first phrase and the count and where it begins in the music and where it ends. You have a 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, a 1 and a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2 and a 3, a 4 and a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2 and a 3, a 4 and a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two, 1, 4. Let's check our work. I would bet a lot of money that that's correct, but I wouldn't bet anybody's life on it. Here we go. To those first 3 sets. That may be too loud. Let me lower the volume a little bit. And try that again. Same place. One. Oh. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I went ahead and then did all 6 of them there so you can see how it goes from one side to the other. I'm going to do it the up camera for a second, which may help a little bit. The first 3 sets. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, a 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, a 1 and a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2 and a 3, a 4 and a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2 and a 3, a 4 and a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, The point I was trying to make earlier was the very first set starts a 1 and a 2, a 3 and a, so it starts a 1 and a 2, a 3 and a 4, a 1 and a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, a 2 and a 3, a 4 and a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. Yeah, and after that it starts on the 2, a 2. Bless you. So that's the end of the third set, and you're over here on your left leg. You roll twice. Now you gather again, back to the right, and Shorty George. And now you roll twice. You gather, you Shorty George. You do it twice. You gather. You're Shorty George. One more time. You roll twice. you gather your Shorty George. Okay? So you gather the first time, you gather the second time, you gather the third time, you gather the fourth time, you gather the fifth time, you gather the sixth time. Do ba do do ba da do ba zo ba do ga do ga do ga do za. Oh, sorry. Da do ga do ga do ba do ga do ga. Again, there's the second one. Third one. Fourth one. Fifth one. Oops. Sixth one. And then, so you'll end up over here at the end of the sixth one. He'll stamp stomp. He'll stamp stomp. Is what happens next, okay? I'm going to walk through it slowly, all six of them with you, and see if it starts to be fluid. It may be already, I don't know, but let's try that, okay? Let me just check one thing here real quick. Yes, we are running. That would be a big, oh no. We have sound, we have lights, we have camera, we have action. And remember, you can, since this is recorded, you can press pause anytime you like, work it out, and then restart. Okay, let's walk through all six of them. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. You roll, twist, turn, gather. You roll, you gather, you twist, turn, 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 you roll, you gather, and there you are. Okay? A couple more times. When I was making this, I think I did it about 600 or 700 different ways before it settles down into a pattern. So hopefully you won't have to do it 600 or 700 different ways before it settles into a pattern. Here we go. 1, 2, 1. And Deborah, I know you probably saw all 700 of them. Were like, well, make up your mind, would you please? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and a 2, 3, 4. 1, a 2 and a 3, 4 and a 1. A 2, 3, 4, 1. A 2 and a 3, 4 and a 1. A 2, 3, 4, 1. A 2 and a 3, 4 and a 1. A 2, 3, 4, 1. A 2 and a 3, 1. A 2, 3, 4, 1. A 2 and a 3, 4 and a 1. A 2, 3, 4. Let's do that with music. This is such a train wreck waiting to happen. So far, it hasn't. It is really a tongue twister. And once, if Peter Piper picked a peck of peppers at the wrong moment, look out! It's hard to get back in. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. more time at that tempo. Then we're going to start backing our way up through phrases to the beginning and make sure that we can put all of this together. Here we go. One more time. Okay, cool. Now, what came right before this? Sorry, I can't answer any questions you might have. So again, pause, back it up, watch again. Hopefully we've done this slowly enough and often enough that you can decipher it. So what came right before this? It was that there's that motif that runs through this whole piece of the first time we do it, we do this little phrase. Right? The second time, it follows immediately with a press cramp roll. All right, and then it comes around again a little bit later. As starts with a press cramp roll, but instead of being on this side, it's here. So it's the third time that we have this motif of zazigadu-bop, zon-dee-bop. It's that swing Latin. Now, as we refined today, the flip between swing and Latin is not the same in all three. And if we had more time, we could get really, really more granular about that. But I will say on this set, this particular set, it's the triplet swings. There's a Latin, and then the drawback goes back to swing. So listen to this. So you swing, zazigadu-bop. It's not it's not that feeling. Zazigadu-bop. And now it Latinizes zazigadu-bop-do-bam-ba-da. You press it on down, you spank. You press it on down, use press cramp roll, spank, heel, step. After you step on your right foot, step, heel, tip, heel, step. That's without the turn, obviously. Now that step is the beginning of the drawback, where in this third expression of that motif, it swings again. Okay, does that make sense? You press it on spank and step and tip and bab do wap swam do ba zika do ba do ba dika da do bam do wap. All right, Let me change the perspective and do it again. One, and I'm going to do it without the turn this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you just ended the third set with the stamp on the left foot. So here's the third set. 1, 2, 3, 4. A 1 and a 2 and 4 and 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. Up. Heel stomp, spank heel, full lap, stamp, stomp, stomp. Heel stomp, spank heel, full lap, stamp, stomp, stomp, heel step, out, and that's like a double chug. Well, it's not like a double chug. It is a double chug. And then you just slide back in, okay? Careful with your knees there. If it hurts to slide on the floor, because that does cause a certain amount of friction, right? Just, you can hop or you can just do heels, right? Just always be sensitive to what your body is saying. If your body is saying, that hurts, don't do it. And let's figure out an alternative, okay? Heel stomp, spank heel, full lap, heel stomp, stomp, heel step, chug, slide. The dee ba da do do wop ba do swap swap. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. The dee ba da do do ba ba do swap swap. The dee wa dee do wa zwap wap wap. Always ending on a flat left foot. All right. Okay, let's try that again. A 1 from the press cramp roll turn. 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. For those who don't like to turn it, let's try again. No turning. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. And right here is where we go into all of those. The rolling, the gathering, the shorty Georging. Okay, so let's take it from the turn and do that last new phrase. You know, whoever invented the internet should be shot. It's just, the word just flies constantly. It's like, stop, just stop. Okay, here we go. From the turning press cramp roll. seem slow, but slow is good so that you can relax. Remember, the goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to relax, and don't forget to breathe, like sometimes I do. Okay, let's do that one more time. Then we'll kick this tempo up and start adding more phrases till we back it all the way up to the beginning. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, don't forget, if you need to take a little break, get some air, get some water, the convenience of the recorded class. Hit pause. I can't hit pause because if I do, the class ends. So I'm going to take a sip of water here and let you practice for just a minute. Hope you all had a nice Mother's Day or regular weekend. And I believe this is Eid. Is it Eid? Or yeah, I believe it's Eid. The last day of Ramadan. For those of you who practice Islam, I hope you're having a good celebration. Okay. All right. Let's actually, before we go back, let's do that one more time, but just a little bit faster, okay? All right, cool. That didn't actually seem that much faster to me. I hope it didn't seem that much faster to you, too. Okay, so what came right before those turns? Okay, so we had this nice little break, and we did change it from one week to the next. We did settle into a pattern, but let's just go over that quickly. That's the basic. Yeah, that's the template for what's to come next. Scuff heel, back flap. Scuff heel, back flap, tip heel. Now, this is one of my favorite things to do. So, ending up, not ending down, but ending up. Scuff heel, back flap, tip heel, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, up does have to come down. Step spank. Heel step. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just repeat that a few times. Scuff heel, back flat, tip heel, step spank, heel step, spank heel, throw down, flat footed ball change. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, same thing. Last time. Now, there's 4 sets to this sequence, and you do that on the first and third set. The second and fourth set are unique, okay? So we do it once, just do it once. 1, 2, 3, 4. The only difference on the second set, instead of throw down, stamp, stamp, throw down, stomp, or throw down, stamp, throw down, stamp. Now, here's the second set. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do the first, second, and then the third is just a repeat of the first. So ABA. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, ABA. One more time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's the break. Scuff heel, back flap heel. Scuff heel, back flap heel, tip heel, step heel, spank. 1, 2, rolling triplets. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4. One more time, and 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Your spank takes you up, which helps you lift that left heel off the floor. So once the left heel is off the floor, you're going to let it go, press it down. Heel step, heel spank, heel. And then another one of those throw down, stamp. Whoops. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so basically what we have is A, B, A, C. Let's try that, okay? A, B, A, C. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Again, don't forget to relax. Breathe. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and there we are. Let's see if we can pick that up and do the three phrases. The ABAC, the press cramp roll turning, and then the final step. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. Rhetorically speaking, of course, how's it going? Let's do it again. Same place. Then we'll back it up. Then we'll back it up. Improvise at the end. Make your own final break. Let go. Have some fun. You got enough vocabulary to just tear loose for 8 counts. Okay. So, what came before that? What came before the that little swing section, the ABAC? Well, it was that motif. That motif happened. Yeah, it was the second time the motif appears. It's the press cramp roll. remember I said the place where you change within that motif, where you switch from swing to Latin and back to swing, isn't exactly the same each time. So this is my interpretation of the second set of the motif, right? You're gonna so you do ba. You're gonna that's nice swing triplet feel. So you do ba, and it goes right into the Latin, and it stays in Latin. To the end, the first 2 times. So listen to this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the third time, you definitely get this. What we're doing is jumps into a swing early on the third set of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. Scuff, he'll spank, he'll step, he'll stomp. Okay, so let's do all 3 sets. Swing, all Latin, swing, all Latin, swing, Latin, swing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. The break you just did. You just stomped on the left foot. Hang on just a second. Yeah, so it ends with the stomp and then the break starts with another stomp. This is just the beginning of the break. Heel stomp, spank, heel, full wrap, double, heel step, stamp, ball change. And I think you know this because we've done it for a couple of weeks. It's been a little time off, but a 1, a 2, a 3, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's take it with the music from the motif, the second motif. How are we doing on time? We may go a little over like we normally do. Oh, good. We still have a few minutes. I want to get back to the top without too much sweat. So let's take it from the press cramp roll on the left side, the second appearance of the motif. Ready? This is the first time it happens. Now, let's take it all the way back to the beginning. We have that intro. Starts on the count of 1. And it happens obviously once before we can come in. So we just let the first one go. 1, 2, 3, 4. My goodness. Sorry, I started to leave out the swing section. Now, obviously, I didn't review a lick of that intro because that's the part that we've done the longest and the most often. So just real quick, let's just talk through that first section for just a minute. It starts on the count of 1. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, and step, heel, step, and double. That's the only time you do that double. The second time, step, heel, step, just one step full. Da-da-da-da. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now after that scuffle, you scuff, scuff. And you've already done the scuffle, and then you have scuff, heel, step, heel, step, heel, heel. Scuff, heel, step, push back. Scuff, heel, step, push back. Scuff, heel, step, push back. You do that 3 times, and then the 4th time it ends with a flap. Scuff, heel, step, flap. From the top, from 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Scuffle. Out. 3rd time, flap. I'm going to make an assumption, and I know you should never assume, but I am going to make an assumption that you know the expression, the first motif, the walking third, scuff, heel, backstep, heel, parallel, scuff, heel, scuff. You've done it so many times, I'm going to assume you have it. Let's just start running it from the top, okay? Here we go, all the way to the end. Don't forget, you get to improvise for 2 bars of 4 at the very end. Have some fun, knock yourself out. Well, don't knock yourself out. Have some fun. Here you go. I'll count you in. Ready? Stepping on 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. shake it out. Take a breath. Let's do it again. We are at the just over 1 hour mark, which, so, pace yourself, take a break, hit pause what you need to do, but we are going to run it a few times here and get a little bit faster. Okay, here we go. One, two, three, four. Take a little breath. Let's do it again. I know you can hit pause. I can't. So I'm just going to run it again. Here we go. One, two, three, four. Okay, sports fans. That was at, as if you didn't notice, that was at 90% of the tempo. I'm not going to speed it up any more than that. We'll leave it there. This is a famous version of A Night in Tunisia by Dizzy Gillespie. You can find if you want to speed it up, knock yourself out, but don't. And let's do it one last time at this tempo. Okay, here we go. Start on one. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your Wednesday night, or if you decided to delay gratification and take this at another time, I will be live tomorrow night, Thursday, from the Tap Bunker in Kankakee. And then next week starts the new session. Okay. Thank you all once again for your patience with this kerfuffle. And look forward to seeing you all. Seeing you all sometime, but being with you in this modern way again. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.